Hey guys, Cecil here once again. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about something that I read a few days ago about the PlayStation Vita that irked me a little bit, and that is the pricing for the memory cards for the system. Now, let's backtrack about 6 months to E3 back in June, and I would say the biggest announcement Sony made at their conference was the price point for the Vita, after they revealed the name and everything, and that would be $250 for the 3G, or excuse me, $250 for the Wi-Fi only model, and then $300 for the Wi-Fi 3G model. And that's for the tech and everything the system can do. That's a really competitive, great price point. You know, at the time, the $250 was the same amount as what the 3DS was. And that was like kind of the big, ooh, ah moment for, at least for me at the conference, and I'm sure it was for a lot of people. Now let's fast forward here a few months, and now we're getting closer to the Vita launch, and Sony's starting to reveal certain things about the system. And a few days ago, I read on 1UP and IGN that the price point for the memory cards for the Vita, what GameStop was going to charge for the pre-order, it wasn't firm, these aren't firm prices, but they're probably going to be pretty close to what Sony will be asking for them. And a 32 gigabyte proprietary memory card, mind you, these aren't, universal memory cards, these are proprietary memory cards that only work on the Vita. A 32 gigabyte memory card is going to be $120. A standard SanDisk memory card that you would use with the PSP, these are relatively inexpensive. A 32 gigabyte version of this is $30 to $35 on a website like Amazon or Newegg. Now, I understand why Sony's doing this, and to be fair to them, they're not the first company that's ever done something like this. If you go back to the original model, the original model of the Xbox 360, the hard drives that Microsoft was using at the time, they were proprietary too, and they were charging an ungodly amount compared to what you could buy a regular hard drive or a laptop hard drive for. So, like I said, to be fair, they're not the first company that's doing it. Obviously, they're doing it because they're selling the hardware for the system relatively inexpensively, and they're trying to make up for the money on the games and the accessories and all the other little odds and ends that they sell with it. I guess the thing that irks me, though, really about it is the fact that we go from this universal great little card to something that you have to almost buy, because a lot of Vita games they require the memory card because you're not going to be able to save to them, the games themselves, or some games will support saving to the game cartridge itself. Others will only save to a memory card. And kind of going along those lines, another little thing that irks me about the Vita is the fact that what Sony's doing with the backwards compatibility. Now, you won't be able to play your UMD games on a Vita because there's no UMD drive, which is understandable. The thing is, though, if you're going to want to play your UMD library, and I'm sure a lot of PSP owners have a UMD library, and they've got quite a few games they bought, you're going to have to pay an extra price to transfer these games, and these are only going to be certain games that Sony's going to pick. They're not going to be every game you can do this with, and you have to pay an additional fee to transfer your UMD games to download form to put them on your Vita. And there's no way in hell I'm going to give Sony extra money for the pleasure of paying for my UMD games again. No way in hell. I understand again why they're doing it. Obviously, it's to stop piracy. But to me, it's kind of going against a lot of what the original PSP was. I mean, it was a lot more user-friendly and a lot more inexpensive, at least to me it was, at the time. I mean, pretty much when I bought my my original model here, this was my PSP 1000 I got back in March of 2005 when the system launched. I mean, you got your memory card, you got a case, I mean, you got a cloth and everything for $250. Obviously, if you wanted to do it was only a 32 megabyte memory card, but at least you could save your games, do certain things with it. It was perfect. I mean, I only had to buy the system and a game to start with, at least to enjoy the system. With the Vita, now I'm not only going to have to shell out $250 for the bare minimum model, I'm also going to have to shell out most people are going to want to get at least a 16 or 32 gigabyte memory card to do a lot of what the Vita can do. And, you combine that $250 price point, which seems cheap, but then it's another $120 roughly for a memory card. That's $370. That's even before tax and everything else, and that's before a game, a carrying case, and everything. And I guess to me, it just seems like Sony, they're just nickel and diming us so damn much with this for this new system. And I'm not going to not get a Vita. I'm still going to get one on day one, but man, I mean, the PSP to me was great for at the time when it came out, but comparatively, man, I'd almost rather pay a little bit more money if I get a little bit more bang for my buck with it. But I digress. I mean, the system's still going to be amazing. The launch lineup's looking pretty solid. Um, but yeah, so let me know what you think. Do you think it's great what Sony's doing? Do you agree with me that Sony's ripping us off? I'm sure there's going to be some people out there at least that are not going to want to, get a Vita now because of these prices. They think the system is great, but, the accessories are just too damn expensive, and I wouldn't blame them. But yeah, just let me know what you think. I think it's not cool at all, but that's not going to stop me from getting a system regardless. And Sony's gonna live off the suckers who like me who are going to pay all that extra money to make sure we get the best what the system can do. So yeah, let me know what you think. With future videos, I'm hopefully going to be finished with Super Mario 3D Land here in the next couple days. I got a couple more worlds to finish up. Hopefully, I'll have a review posted by the weekend, and I'll give my impressions and everything. It's been a lot of fun. Definitely be a very positive review. I can spoil that much right now. So yeah, I'm definitely just trying to get more content on my channel. Like I said, I know for a good 6 months there I hadn't posted anything, and that's got to stop. There's no point in having a YouTube channel if you're not going to upload videos to it. So yeah, you guys take it easy. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.